An explosive tale of brash, unapologetic and larger-than-life characters. That's KGF Chapter 2 for you. Hi guys, my name is Monica and you're watching Narrating Movie Review with HT City. And the film I'm reviewing today is KGF 2, which is now showing at theatres near you. It was only recently that I sat down to watch KGF Part 1, and in all honesty, I didn't quite understand most of it. With a screenplay that was all over the place, characters getting introduced at a pace faster than a meteoroid's crash, and a story that picked up only post-interval, I was a bit lost too early on in the film. But it was Yash's introduction scene and his superlative performance that I thoroughly enjoyed. However, with its sequel, KGF Chapter 2, director Prashanth Neel has created something that's way more immersive and worth all the hype that he managed to sustain for 3.5 years since the first part came out. KGF 2 once again recreates the dark and deadly world where chopping heads and slitting throats is the norm. Gunshots are fired at whim and there is no remorse in anyone's heart. One of the finest sequels to have come out in a long time, KGF 2 takes off right from where the first part ended. As Anand Ingalagi, played by Anant Nag, the author of Doradao, is hospitalised and can no longer narrate the story of Kolar Gold Fields aka KGF and the rise of Rocky, played by Yash, his son Vijayendra Ingalagi, played by Prakash Raj, takes over. In Prakash Raj's words, Raja Krishnappa Bairya, aka Rocky Bhai, has built an indestructible empire in KGF and wants to conquer even bigger things. While he has already killed Garuda in Part 1 and turned ruler of the gold mines, in the sequel, Yash comes face to face with the deadly Adheera, played by Sanjay Dutt, who won't let an outsider take over something that he helped build. Meanwhile, Rocky's power-hungry games have also caught the attention of Prime Minister Ramika Sen, played by Raveena Tandon, who wants his downfall and death. KGF 2 starts on a high note and dives into the stories of the characters it had well established in Part 1. As the story unfolds, it brings in a lot many characters without interrupting the pace of the story or screenplay. Touted as a hardcore action flick, the way these scenes have been shot with so much detail, it creates a visual spectacle in its truest sense. While most of KGF world revolves around Rocky's rise to fame and power, Chapter 2 gives us a peek into his emotional side as well, with a love story and flashbacks that keep reminding us of the reason behind what he does. KGF 2 is loaded with heavyweight dialogues, beautifully choreographed action sequences, and larger-than-life characters, which you may not relate with but definitely enjoy watching on the big screen. Rocking star Yash returns to the screen as the raw and ruthless hero. He exudes machoism, makes bad looks stylish. He isn't your charming men types and doesn't evoke sympathy even in the most emotional scenes. He breathes life into his character and delivers his best. His lines, no matter how weird and tacky they sound, invite whistles and cheers even in the most serious scenes. Making him look even better and competitive on screen, KGF 2 introduces us to a ferocious antagonist in Sanjay Dutt. Inspired by Vikings and known for his viciously violent acts, Sanjay aces as a menacing villain. Even in the limited screen time, Sanjay matches up to the craze that Yash brings on screen. Their goosebumps-inducing action sequence towards the climax is worth every penny of the ticket price and has been magnificently shot. Raveena Tandon as the Prime Minister delivers an earnest performance and just with a handful of scenes leaves a lasting impact. Amid all these well-etched out characters, Rocky's love interest Reena, played by Srinidhi Shetty, is somewhat the odd one out. I mean, even if she wasn't in the story, it wouldn't really have changed much. In fact, there is quite an irony in the character sketch that she's been given. Rocky keeps her with him at KGF and calls her entertainment, but doesn't touch her because he feels women and kids cannot be forced into anything. Nevertheless, with so much to soak and enjoy on the big screen, KGF Chapter 2 is a perfect action potboiler if you have a penchant for such films. If you can't handle too much action and blood, this world might not be for you. But Yash is just unmissable. This is me signing off for now. See you soon. Till then, stay safe.